Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents A Lifetime with You by Stephanie Nicole Norris, narrated by Mari and Leon Nixon. Chapter 1. Octavia! Pulling the earphones from her ears, Octavia Davenport gave her mother a resigned sigh. What? I've called your name 3 times. What did I tell you about playing your music so loud? Octavia mocked her mother's reprimand. Listening to my music that loud could ruin my hearing. Mrs. Davenport wagged her finger in Octavia's direction. It never failed. Whenever the Davenports took a road trip, Octavia would sit in the back with earphones jammed in her ears. The volume would be on 10, and every time her mother would complain. Octavia's 16-year-old brain couldn't understand the problem. It wasn't like the music was blasting through the car speakers. "Give me the iPod," Mrs. Davenport said. She held out her hand and waited for Octavia to give up the goods. "No," Octavia responded. Mrs. Davenport's eyes grew, and she turned to Clifford, Octavia's father, who sat in the driver's seat. Clifford pulled his eyes away from the road to the rearview mirror with a hostile glare. "Did you just tell your mother no?" "Yes, she did," Mrs. Davenport answered. "I'm not doing anything wrong. How is it fair to take away the only thing I love? I don't drink or do drugs like my friends. I don't stay out late, skip school, or have premarital sex. Although there was that one time when I wanted to. But no, I was too busy being responsible. And even that isn't enough." Mrs. Davenport's mouth hung open. "Now you want to take away my music because I play it too loud." "No," Octavia said. "I'm standing my ground." "Young lady, you will not talk to your mother that way, and you will give up your iPod, or so help me God, I'll pull this car over and—" "Dad, watch out!" Octavia shouted. The Ford Explorer swerved violently as Mr. Davenport tried with extreme caution to get out of the way of the oncoming tractor-trailer. But it was too late. The front of the tractor smashed into the driver's side of the vehicle. Mr. Davenport was ejected from the car at the force of the collision. The Ford Explorer flipped and came crashing down on its top. With a snap, Mrs. Davenport's neck was broken. The hood caught fire, and Octavia was unconscious in the back, still buckled into her seat. She didn't feel the shards of glass that stuck out of her skin or the deep-rooted cuts across her face, but she witnessed it all as if having an out-of-body experience. A horn blared, and quickly Octavia opened her eyes. Beads of sweat sat across her forehead, and the darkness of her bedroom came into focus. Slowly, Octavia groaned and rolled to her side to look at the time. 3 a.m. She inhaled and exhaled deep breaths while trying to calm her fast-beating heart. It was back, the dream that haunted Octavia for years after her family's death. But with a heavy dose of therapy, Octavia had fought through her demons. Most of them, anyway. There were still some that lingered. She didn't dwell on it much until this time of year came around. It was the season that brought families together for trick-or-treating and Thanksgiving dinners. But for Octavia, this season symbolized an era in her life when she lost everything. Shutting her eyes tight, Octavia thought back 7 years ago to one of her first therapy sessions with Dr. Celia Cooper. "I want you to understand, Octavia, you will have times when you want to give up. The nightmares you experience now are a healing process for your brain. Keep in mind when this happens, your discomfort is normal. There are a few things you can do to help yourself move past this trauma." "I can't shift my thoughts to anything other than the memories," Octavia said. "How am I supposed to remember what you're about to tell me?" Dr. Cooper left her desk chair to kneel in front of Octavia. Placing her hands on Octavia's wrists, Dr. Cooper spoke. "We're going to practice them together, every time you visit. That way it will become a force of habit, and you will be in control." Octavia numbingly.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?